Good morning, everyone. Today I am in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, along the Schuylkill River, and I believe it is Mont Clare, Pennsylvania. I'm in a small park called Loch 60 Recreational Area, and from what I was reading online, there is a canal lock that's been totally restored, so I thought this might be fun to check out. So there is the Schuylkill River. And then what we have on the other side of this paved trail is the canal. So this here would have been the towpath. And it's pretty cool how all this is still in existence. The canal is still here. So this is Loch 60, and it was one of 71 locks, and it was a 3.5-mile canal. So we've walked a pretty good distance already, so I'm kind of thinking maybe the 3.5-mile canal is still a canal. Not sure, but that would be kind of cool. All right, let's get a closer look. All right, I found Debbie, and she's waving me to her. What did you see, Deb?
That's not cement.
No, that's moss, right?
Yeah,
Moss? Is that what you would call it?
But it's so still. It looks like cement, like it's dry, doesn't it?
It does. You can see the leaves just kind of sitting. It looks like it's like a green cement concrete, but it's not. You look closely, see where the two gates come together? You can see the water trickling through the green. Wow, that's really cool. I'm gonna get a little closer. Not sure if you can see that, but you see where the water's coming through. Not sure why I think that's so cool, but I do. So these are the actual canal gates. And you know, we're gonna walk down this way too, because I do see remnants of the canal over there as well. So this, as I may have mentioned before, has been restored. So it's actually a workable lock. I don't believe it's used for anything. It's pretty cool though, right? And we have this here. So is this where the gatekeeper? Gatekeeper, is that what you would call somebody? Not sure. But I'm thinking this is where an employee would sit and open the gates. As I mentioned before, this lock here was one of 71. And from what I was reading prior to coming out here, this canal actually ran 108 miles. Not sure what year it was built, so I'm definitely gonna have to investigate that. Best guess, I'm gonna say maybe like the 1820s, but I am not sure. This is such a cool place. Not sure why we have this little pool area. Oh, well, I'm thinking, I think I just figured it out. I'm thinking at one time, maybe this went straight through and there were two sides to the canal. I don't know, maybe when we get down to the next lock, we'll have a better idea. So we have a storyboard here. A storyboard without a story. Okay. So I just want to get this at as many angles as I possibly can. So there's the gates we were looking at before. And then here's the gate, I guess, where it would enter, the canal boat would enter. So I'm certainly not someone who knows a whole lot about canals, but I believe the way they would propel the boat was by lowering and hiring the levels of water. So this is on the other side of that second pool that I might have mentioned before, that I said maybe it went straight through. I'm going to guess it did not, because that's pretty old stonework. This is absolutely a piece of history, pretty well restored. It's nice. All right, let's climb up here, just get a view. Now there's a sign that says right over here, no jumping or diving. So I wasn't planning on jumping or diving, but when I looked this place up on YouTube, I found a lot of old videos of people jumping, and I'm assuming that was prior to this being fixed. Very cool. Okay, so now I'm on the other side, and we are going to walk down this way because I think there might be another lock down there, or some remnants of the lock that was there in the past. But I want to check this out a little closer. So we have an area here that looks like another, like the canal went off this way, but I'm assuming that's probably what brought the water in from the Schuylkill River. But I'm not sure. If you're into bike riding, or if you're a runner, this is a really cool place to check out. It's beautiful. So there's a lot of people fishing here. I'm assuming this is a great place to fish. Just a nice look straight down the canal to Lock 60. So I would love to understand how this worked. But this is really cool. So you still have, I don't know how to explain this stuff. I'm wondering if I can step on this. It's pretty rusted out metal. But we have this here, which appears to be something that closes and opens. And we have a couple of them here. I have no idea how this all worked, but it is very, very cool. So this is the Neil Thorpe Trail, which I believe is a loop that goes off into the woods. I'm not going to do it today, but I'm absolutely coming back because I heard it's pretty cool. And as I was walking down this way, I saw there's high cliffs, so probably get some good views. So Debbie looked up Neil Thorpe, and the trail is the namesake of a Mont Clare woman that was born in 1920 who worked to establish the Schuylkill Canal Association. So she's probably partly responsible for keeping everything, or keeping as much as possible intact. And it really is history. I mean, these canals are pretty awesome. I believe canals kind of had a short lifespan. They were used to move goods. I guess this one would have been, I'm guessing, in between the Lehigh Valley and Philadelphia. But with the advent of the railroads, I'm assuming it became a lot more cost-effective to transport your goods via railroad. So before I get out of here, you might remember me pointing to this house from across the canal. Not sure if it's private property or if it is part of the park, but there's only one way to find out. I'm hiking over to it. It certainly looks like it's got some years behind it. Doesn't say private property. I'm thinking it's part of the park. So I'm just gonna walk up these steps. There's a storyboard, so why would there be a storyboard if it wasn't? A comfortable stone house for the lock tender. Okay. So this is where the lock tender lived. How cool is this? May the rain fall soft upon your fields. Not 100% sure, but I believe that is Irish, an Irish saying. God, look at this. This beautiful deck. This is very cool. Not sure when this was built, but it is definitely cool. Let's look inside. Nice cozy fireplace. Wondering if they give tours. There's nobody in there today. Today is a Sunday. So this is where the lock tender lived. So now I know what to refer to the person as. Lock tender. I'm not sure what I was referring to the person as before when I was looking at that little house over there. So the tender's duties: control and maintain the lock, collect tolls, repair the tow path, hunt muskrats. That's kind of interesting. Fix canal leaks, remove floating debris, settle disputes between boatmen. Oh, that could be a rough job. There's a picture of the last lock tender of Lock 60. So the hunting muskrats I found interesting, but I just looked that up. They actually cause damage to the canal walls. So I guess if there were muskrats, they had to take care of them before they cause damage. Debbie is probably patiently waiting for me at the car, having no idea where I went. But you never know when you're going to be back to a place, so I try to see as much as possible. Not sure why we have a grill here. I'm wondering, God, I hope not. I'm wondering if someone lives here still and just kind of maintains the place, because I'm really taking a pretty extensive tour here of the outside. But what a cool place. If it is just open to the public, what a cool place to just have a little picnic. This little cellar door, everything is locked up. But this is very cool. So from the lock tender's house, I think I'm just going to end the video here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you could give it a like, that would be awesome. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much, and you have a great day. Take care, everybody.